You're welcome back, and this is TV3 New Day. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. We're jumping into a conversation that is spearheaded, of course, by 3 Entertainment. And today we're taking a look at manifesto promises made by the NPP from 2016 up until 2020 for the creative arts industry. And we want to see if these promises have manifested in any way possible or not. Joining me in the studios this morning, we have Mr. Socrates Safo. He's a filmmaker. And also, we know that he speaks on behalf of the current government when it comes to creative arts in Ghana. Good morning.
Good morning.
I like the way you're looking at me like, oh, you don't? Which is which?
We are here for Ghana.
We are here for Ghana. Eh?
Yeah.
Good to see you in the studios.
Thank you.
All right. And also joining us this morning is Wei Oting. He's a sound engineer and an entertainment analyst. Good to have you as well.
Good to be here.
I hope you're doing well.
By grace, everything is well.
We thank God for that. And shortly, we hope to be joined by Lawrence Nana Esiama Hansen. We all know him as Bull God, and he's a showbiz critic. But let's quickly take a look at some of these promises that were made by the NPP from 2016 and then also 2020, and if these promises really have manifested. So we go into the manifesto for 2016. And if you look at it, of course, on page 49 of the 2016 manifesto, it talks about tourism, it talks about the creative arts industry. And in fact, one of the key things it mentioned in there was the fact that they were going to put up, about a number of centers, theaters for the creative arts industry, and we'll see them in all the regions as well. As at that time in 2016, the regions were 10. So we're going to see them dotted across the 10 regions in the country. Now, when you go into the 2020 manifesto, they gave an update on this matter. And in fact, they said that Koforidua had been completed with regards to constructing a modern large seating theater in every regional capital except Accra, beginning with Takoradi, Tamale and Kumasi. Koforidua had been completed while Kumasi is ongoing. Now, I reached out to our correspondent in the Ashanti region to find out if Kumasi indeed was ongoing. And this is exactly what he said. I spoke to William Evans Inkum, and he said that at the moment, they're building a school for arts in Kwadaso. In fact, the structures are there and it's about 50% complete. About the theater, I haven't seen anything, and so I cannot give an update on that. In fact, it hasn't started, he said. But let's go into this conversation. Of course, other promises were made. We'll come to that shortly. But let me go to Socrates Safo. And again, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Greetings from Honorable Katrina Feku.
Okay. Oh, greetings to you as well.
Watching.
I'm still yet to visit her constituency, her former constituency that she headed, but we'll come to that later. But let's talk about these promises. Of course, a number of promises were made to the creative arts. Yeah. And the government has caught flack for not really implementing for not implementing some of these policies. Some of them. One of them is the theaters that we're expecting to be built in the regions. We haven't seen that happen. Can you update us?
You've not seen the theaters?
No.
Okay, go to Kumasi Cultural Center. As I'm speaking to you, something is going on there.
What's going on there?
Amphitheater.
Okay.
We've started 5 amphitheaters. Go to the museums.
Okay.
Behind the museums, there is a space there. They are working on it.
They are working on it? They are working on it?
Yes.
Okay. Where have we gotten to with that?
It starts from foundation, clearing of land, foundation, and then you build it.
So where are you at the moment? Are you at the foundation level? Are you now digging?
I've not checked as of this morning, but I know that they started it. If you go to Kumasi, they started it.
But that's what I'm saying, that I spoke to my correspondent and he said nothing has started.
Kumasi?
Yes.
Nothing?
Yes.
Whoa.
But that's why he said, and he gave me the updates, which is what I read, that yes, there's a school being built for the arts.
That is the art school. But if you go to Kumasi Cultural Center, they are building an amphitheater there. 5
of them, you said?
Not 5 in Kumasi.
Okay.
We have Tamale, Accra, Kumasi, the Western region. Yes, Accra, 1 is coming up in Accra and 1 will go to Tamale.
Yeah, but if you cannot give us an update on
when you say
progress of work, then that's where it's a little problematic, because at least you should know where we've gotten to at this point.
What I know is that even about a month or so ago, we had a program on Peace FM. Some journalists were there. They complained the following week, they came back to even give progress as to how far they've gotten to. I don't know if I have it on this phone. I can show you pictures of where they've got into. So to say there is nothing going on.
Oh, you have pictures?
Yes, I will check if I still
then the
have
picture
them.
should be able to give us a fair idea of where they've got into, whether it's foundation or it is, you know.
But if you really have somebody there and the person is saying nothing is happening, honestly, I'm surprised.
Well, producer, if you can put William Evans' income on,
this is my phone,
so we can see, we can speak to him and find out exactly what's being done.
What is happening?
So this is not even foundation. They are now digging to build a foundation.
They are not. These are blocks. You see blocks. It's not pickaxe.
Can you send it to my producer so we put it up?
But what did you see there? You said.
Well, I see blocks. Yes.
Yeah. So you said this.
But hold on. No, hold on. When it comes to foundation, they dig the ground before they build the blocks, and then they fill the ground.
Yes.
I have an idea, and I'm saying that.
And this is not yesterday.
Foundation? When was this?
I've checked. This is months ago.
Can you please send it to my producer so we project it? This is what in Kumasi.
Yes.
Okay.
So how come your man was there and he said,
well, he
and you're also
that
saying
not
it
been
here?
Well, that's why I'm saying, if I sat here and I said I didn't know, then that would be different. But I reached out to our correspondent
You didn't know
to update what was happening.
So you know something is happening there?
No, I said if I sat here and I said I didn't know what was happening, then it means that I've not done my
Oh,
job.
okay, you've not done.
So that is why I reached out to someone who is there to update us.
So who is lying
says
here?
Nothing has been done. And so you are now showing us this. After how many years?
So who is lying here? Did he give you a right report?
After how many years?
After how many years?
Yes.
You know, building a structure is not like, excuse my language, going to the mall and buying it. You start from somewhere. So if you say after how many years, yes, we've started something and it's ongoing. We are building it. This Amphitheater, we are building 5.
But people within the creative arts industry, and this is just Kumasi, by the way, so you can show us photos of the other regions as well?
I said, go to...
No. So I understand. You've mentioned...
I don't have those pictures.
Or you don't have photos, so you cannot give us an update on that.
Yes.
But do you think that, to be fair, we have been honest and fair to ourselves within the creative industry with regards to some of these promises that were made?
Yes, okay. Yes, if you check from previous governments, from the days of Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to date, I think NPP has done so well when it comes to the arts in terms of things that we have done. NPP has done so.
Like what?
Well, one, as we speak now, like you said, we have the Creative Arts School going on. If you look at the infrastructures we have in the arts, the arts and culture sectors, you go to Kakum Forest as we speak, the Kakum Forest you see or you know is not the same today. If you go to Kintampo, it's not the same. Even when you talk of the tourism sector, the facilities that we've put up is not the same as it used to be some 10 years back. So we've done a lot. If you give me time, I can just give you some of the things that we've done. As we speak now, in terms of even training, we have hot cats now up and training people across the country.
Okay.
We also have infrastructures. If you go to even right here in Nkrumah Mausoleum, you can see what we've done there. So I can go on and on and on and on. Yes, we've not been able to fulfill everything there. There is no government under the sun that has been able to fulfill every manifesto promise. But at least, if I check the creative arts, we have done a lot.
Wait a second, do you agree to that?
I don't agree.
Tell us why you don't agree.
I don't agree. You see, to whom much is given, much is expected. And we've been in this creative arts space for so long. It's unfortunate that sometimes if you really push yourself deeper into it, you might feel like we're not being taken serious or we're being taken for granted. But sometimes whether you're being taken serious or taken for granted depends on how you put up with the leaders or the people that are leading you. I think creative arts over the years, people come, they do what they're supposed to do. But I will say that the NPP government said a lot of things that it was going to do. And a lot is being done. A lot have taken off. But this is where I say we're not being taken serious. First of all, when Honorable Krekumante went to Kumasi to cast salt for the project, he was emphatic about completion date. So it's not about what is in the progress, it's about what you've told me you're going to complete as a certain date for its use. If we have to be fair to ourselves, everything is centered around Accra, Accra, Accra. Not because event organizers and musicians and all that can't go out there to do more, to kind of like spread their wings and let money flow everywhere. But infrastructure has always been the problem of the creative arts industry. So with the schools, they are doing well. I mean, over the years, people have been street trained to become who they want to become.
Yeah.
So having a school will put us on a certain level where we can face the world boot for boot. It's a brilliant idea that is happening. But when you go through the system and you're done and you don't have such structures to exhibit what you have within you, to have a payback, then what happens? That is where the problem is. And when I say to whom much is given, much is expected.
So something has been done.
When I say to whom much is given, much is expected, I'm talking about Honorable Kreku. If it had been just anybody sitting as a deputy, it would have been no issue when things are promised and it's not being done. But Okreko has been through the system and knows our problems.
But he's a deputy. Is he not?
He is.
And so he does what his boss probably leads him to do,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
So then we still coin to the point where what information are being given to us pertaining to all the things that have been said is going to be done. As much as some is being done, I quite remember somewhere July, we all sat on radio and TV, ready to go to Kumasi and commission the Amphitheater. We were so excited, only to be noticed that, I mean, it's gradually, you know, taking its floor shape for whatever building that are going to be.
So the problem is the delay.
And that's the photo we just saw.
Yeah, your problem is the delay.
So my problem is, it's not as if
your
some
problem
things...
is the delay.
Hold on, Socrates. Please let him land.
Uncle Zook,
Yes.
be punch. Now, if you talk about it,
No, the go
our problem has not been the fact that promises have been made and steps are being taken. But our problem is the fact that we need to see the completion of it to get it to use.
Okay.
Because no matter how hungry you are, and somebody says he's preparing something, if you don't get the food to eat, everything else, as much as you might see it happening, it really won't really touch you. It really won't make a lot of sense as it's supposed to.
I'll let you hold on at this point. I want us to cross over to the Ashanti region, and our lead correspondent is there. Of course, he mans TV3 in the Ashanti region, and he's going to give us an update on the promises that were made with regards to Kumasi in particular. William Evans Senkum, thank you so much for joining us. I think you'll have to unmute yourself. You're talking, but I can't hear you. So if you can just work on that for us quickly. Okay, great. Awesome. William, thank you for joining us this morning. Now you are on the grounds. Can you update us on progress of work with regards to the theater that were promised by the NPP in its 2020 manifesto?
Well, better progress of work. Well, that's quite difficult because currently I'm here at the Center for National Culture here in the Ashanti region, precisely Kumasi, and all that I see are old structures, structures that we've known for the past 10 years. They are still sitting here. There hasn't been any new one. Maybe the only new one probably might have been added to the structures that I have been seeing here. Probably is the new office that contractor, the contractor who's working on the certain projects in the market, the airport, and some projects in Kopanochi Teaching Hospital. That is the office, and probably this new pub that is also springing up. So these are the only structures that I'm seeing as far as the cultural center is concerned. Theater, it is not happening.
You don't see any construction for an amphitheater going on at the moment where you are?
Make us see this one.
No, absolutely no.
Where is this?
William, can you pan so we see?
Where's the location for this?
Can you pan your camera so we see exactly what the place looks like in totality?
Okay,
so it doesn't look as if you're just standing at one spot and peddling lies. Okay, all right.
So this All right, so this is the cultural center. I just want to.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so this is the Kumasi Cultural Center.
Okay.
So this is where. So that's the Ghana Tourism Authority. And this is the office. This is where some of the, well, let me say, identifiable groups, sometimes they meet. I think here they are learning skills there over there. And then this is the main auditorium. Let me just get closer to that. So I don't know whether you can see.
Yes, clearly.
That is the very auditorium that mostly big events are held currently. Kumasi Cultural Center. I just don't want to get a bit closer because network here is pretty bad.
Okay.
So if you can see at least about, from where I stand, about 50 meters away, you should see, I am seeing the auditorium. So I don't know whether you also see the auditorium.
I can see that. So are you saying that you can't see any men on ground who are currently constructing an amphitheater? Because Mr. Sokwe Safo has just shown us a picture of some construction at ground level.
No.
And he says that is supposed to be the amphitheater that's been constructed at the Kumasi Cultural Center?
Okay. So let me put this one on record. So in 2021, there was a promise that by 2022, the theater will be ready. Then in 2023, Marco Krekumante, the deputy minister for, of course, tourism, was on Angel FM here in Kumasi saying that amphitheater is not something that Kumasi needs because they will not be able to fill about 3,000 or so capacity. So they are going to construct a theater which will be less than the 3,000 capacity. So that was the promise. There was a sort of ceremony, and that hasn't happened. The only thing that is happening in Kumasi at the moment is the ongoing projects of the School of Creative Arts, which is one of the landmark projects as far as this particular administration is concerned in terms of building tourism and what have you. That particular project is ongoing in Kwadaso constituency. So that is the only project that is, you can say, monumental as far as the creative industry is concerned, that is currently ongoing in the Ashanti region.
Okay. All right. William, please hold on for me, and I'll come to you with your tea shortly. But sorry, sir, if you can. So that picture you showed us, where exactly? Because he's there.
That
and he
is
says
why
he can't
That's the same question I've been asking.
I've been on the phone. I just want to get a contractor.
So I should give you time to figure it out. Okay. But wait, I mean,
because this is so funny.
It's funny.
Yeah. For you to say.
Well, Uncle Soke, it might sound funny, but it's not. Because, you and I have been sitting here.
Yeah.
You showed me something.
Yeah.
As of July this year, the theater was supposed to have been completed and inaugurated. It wasn't. We sat on radio and we spoke about it. Today, I'm glad you're showing me something. Because as at that time, the few people that we all know that went to the place to give us information, nothing was there. I'm from the Ashanti region, and I go there as many times as I can. Let's be very, very honest. If we need to give information, it needs to be accurate. It needs to be with a landmark to identify whatever is going on. If we have to sit and talk open, thinking that people will be magicians to see wherever what is happening, it's absolutely a non-starter. So I've been asking Uncle Socrates here that where exactly is this structure? There's somebody on the ground. We can tell him, yo, go to this place, take left, take right, show us. People need to see what is happening. We're entitled to it. It's not like we're just begging to have it happen. We are, a full contributor to the system.
Yeah.
Just a few days ago, you realize the taxes that are coming to, affect all the celebrities and people, influencers and all that. That's the quota we are building. So if something needs to be done, it needs to be done right. We shouldn't sit and tickle ourselves thinking that we can just churn out informations without basis or churn out informations without substance. That will look bad. That will look extremely bad because maybe things are happening. But irrespective of whatever is happening, it's for the people to see, the people to feel it, and the people to use it. So if the same people haven't seen anything, use anything, access anything, how then do we tell the people that something is happening? Obviously, nothing is happening.
When you say nothing is happening, that's quite you know, a vague statement to make,
No,
because some of the promises that they made, they said they would establish a creative arts council.
No. I am not talking. I'm not talking in the whole spectrum of.
Okay.
I am talking strictly to the Kumasi, cultural center. What is happening over there?
Yeah.
As at this moment, obviously, I know somewhere last year roads were being taken care of strictly not because anything, but because he needed to get access with tourists to the site to go and enjoy, spend money, and all those things. So yes, some things are being done, but we're talking strictly to the creative arts space. Don't forget, tourism and arts is a very huge, and yes, you can see that much attention is being given to the tourism side, because yes, hotels are direct, they're paying, this are direct, they're paying. But when it comes to the creative industry, we seem to be doing more talking than to be acting to make sure that things are done. So I'm glad Uncle Socrates is here. We're buddy. So he should just let us know.
All right.
This place, 10 left, 10 right, and you will see this. It's supposed to be 10. Now there are 16 regions.
Yeah.
So we fall off of 6. But if at least 5 has been completed, it gives us that hope that it's not just a vacuum talk, but also it's a talk that is being walked to make sure that things are achieved to cushion us at the industry.
William, please don't go yet, because I'm waiting for Mr. Socrates Safo to get that information so that maybe they can direct you to exactly where the structure is.
He can.
Just so, we put it out for everyone to hear. But Bugod also joins us via phone, and he's also been one of the critics when it comes to the creative arts industry and promises that have been made. God, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're well.
I'm blessed, Bella. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm not sure at which point you joined in the conversation, but how do you feel about, even, for example, what we're discussing now, theaters that were supposed to have been constructed in all then 10 regions to provide space for us to also display our talents within the creative arts industry. And we haven't seen any of that manifest. At the moment, Mr. Socrates Safo says that there's a construction at the Kumasi Cultural Center.
Hello.
Our correspondent is on the ground. He says he can't see anything.
Good morning, and thanks for the opportunity. Mr. Socrates Safo, I'm trying to use a word for him, but I'm being cautious about it. Mr. Socrates Safo is it's a disappointment.
How do you say that?
Bella, you see, this is somebody who's giving everything he has to the NPP party. He's a good person, right? But he's, I don't know, Bella, I don't know. He's becoming a fool for the party.
Oh no, please, let's tone down. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if that is a good word to use for him. He's here.
Because I'm saying this because he in his eyes, right? Nothing is being done.
Okay, hold on, please.
Nothing. Hello.
Bugad, hold on. William, if you can hear me, Mr. Socrates Safo says you should go to
contractors' office. There is an office there. Those who are building the airports, they are called contractor. Their office, behind their office, that is where the...
Is that where at the same place where he is?
That's not where he's standing.
Oh, not at the cultural center anymore?
At the cultural center.
But he should go to contractor's office.
Yes.
William, if you can hear us.
Contractor. They are building the airports.
Okay.
They have their sub-office there. Okay.
William, I hope you can hear me. Please try and locate that office so we can get the updates. Bugod, sorry for cutting you, but carry on.
So I don't understand what Socrates is still doing for the party. You understand? There are times in life that you see stuff and you need to see it as it is. You don't become a slave. And when I use the word fool, I meant slave. You don't become a slave for something that isn't the truth. You understand? It is very, very sad, that we're going through this at this particular moment in our lives, right? When Otin spoke, I just caught a bit of what Otin spoke about, and Otin spoke about tourism and the fact that they're doing more for tourism than creative art. Look, even the tourism bit, what are they doing? Recently, we just saw the minister talking trash.
Who should I send to?
what's the man's name? Mohammed, talking trash.
Is that?
You know, I mean,
Is that
talking
allowed
about
on radio?
funeral authority.
Sorry.
It is-
TV?
Hold on.
We
Something,
We
please
can all
hold
talk
on.
trash
Hold
to
on.
each other, each person's leader, please.
Sorry, please,
Please.
I'll jump in on that.
Please.
Bulldog,
We can talk trash.
when you describe, what exactly did he say that you're describing as trash?
Listen. Bella, you are Ghana, right?
Yes, I am.
And you are a Christian as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you know the purpose of funerals? Do you know why we do a 3-day funeral? Look, when somebody dies, right? When somebody dies, we gather the first night and we keep wake with the person, right? It's a tradition. Now, the second day, yes? The second day we go and see them off.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
We go and see them off. The third day, yeah, is when we try and eat something. Because, look, traditionally, the first and second days, you cannot eat because the body is there. And it is like a bad time. So you don't go there and go and eat, right? So the third day, that's what we do at the Chani. And you know that you are Ghana. When I say at the Chani, you understand it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, the Chani is to now remember him as a human being where we work together, we sit together, and you know, and to honor their memory. Then this minister says we should go and go and watch what? Kakum National Park. It is trash. It is senseless.
Where does the
And
truth
nobody
ring?
is saying this
Sorry.
in the greatest way.
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to understand. Okay. I'm listening.
Bella, wait.
Okay.
Bella, wait. We should be able to be telling them all these things. Do you know why? Because the gentleman, the gentleman that spoke, the minister that spoke, we pay his transport. We pay his food, wherever he's sleeping.
But he did say, hold on, he did say that at least some buses, what the GTA wants to do, or what they intend to do, is to provide some buses.
Yes.
Okay, that would
But
transport
yes.
some of these people, and maybe, you know, you can stop somewhere, eat something, etc. That's what he talked about.
But I'm saying that we went to wherever we went for a purpose. We did not go for an excursion.
Okay.
We went to honor somebody's memory, and that is not the time. That is not the time to go for an excursion.
Okay.
It's a very dumb idea.
Sorry.
Very,
Bulldog,
very
you
dumb
have to
idea.
slow down, please. All right. Thank you so much. But so are you saying that you're disappointed? I mean, we can't say for a fact that everything they promised they have not fulfilled. In 2016,
Nothing.
there
Let
was
me
a
tell you,
promise
let me-
for the
let me-
Creative
let me
Arts
go through-
Council to be set up.
Look,
They
let
did
me
that.
Let me go through. I have bits and pieces of their manifesto here
Okay.
from 2020. Let me go through one. They said we will set up a creative arts fund to support artists. Have they done that?
That has been done.
In addition to completing the theater in Kumasi, we will construct new theaters in Takrady and Tamale. Have they done that?
He says work is ongoing.
Oh, please.
Okay.
When
Well,
you see, please, I beg you. And this is what makes some of us get angry. This is why some of us get angry and speak the way we speak.
Yeah.
Because we can also speak the way they speak politely. But
Okay.
we get angry because when the thing is written there, that it will be done, and now they're saying it's ongoing, when will they finish? We were in this country when the president of Ghana and his people went to clear down, run down, or pull down, or raise down judges' homes just around the conference center with the hope
Okay.
that they were going to put up
Bulldog, let's
cathedral.
focus on the creative arts sector so that we don't digress.
But the cathedral is the creative arts thing. Don't you know that the cathedral was supposed to display artifacts and all that?
Tourism
I'm
and
talking
creative
about
arts. I
creative
understand.
Yeah, but
Okay.
for the artifacts.
I understand. But you hold on. Let me quickly go back to Evans, because I noticed that he was going around. We tried to get him to go to contractor office so that he can get some updates on that. Let's just go to him quickly. Please. Bulldog, please calm down. Evans, are you still there? Evans, are you still there? Okay.
Well, if
Mr.
Evans is
Safi.
not there, at least I've shown you a video. I called Honorable Krekumante.
Okay.
I've even spoken to the contractor right now who is surprised that somebody will say nothing is going on.
Okay.
And like I just point out, he went to stand somewhere else. The cultural center is a very big place. He was standing somewhere else, and the thing is also going on at the other side. I've shown you videos. Please, will you attest to it? That
Well,
you've
I've seen videos,
and
but
I've shared it with your
that's
producer.
why he's there. So okay.
No, I've shared it with your
with the producer. Okay.
Fine. If your producer is able to put it on
the
air right
screen.
now,
Okay.
people will see it. So it's not as if NPP comes to sit and lie. Yes, the thing has delayed. It's delayed because everybody who has been in government will tell you sometimes to get some of these things taken off is not easy. From the loans and whatever approvals and all that. If I tell you what even caused the delay on this one in Kumasi, it will amaze you. A common tree
Okay.
was able to cause the whole delay to the whole thing. I'm surprised.
A tree.
Yes.
How?
To pull down one tree.
The locals did not want that.
Not
to
the
happen.
locals.
Who?
Well, we will get to that. But
We are
you
there
see-
now, if you can
No,
tell
we
us.
are not there. So sometimes, if you are not right there, you have every right to say. But I look at the person who is talking, who has been in power for the past 8 years before NPP came, and ask yourself, how many theaters did he build for he to now come and criticize me for starting something today? He was in power for 8 years. Did he build any theater, even one, for he to come and criticize me for delaying today? So sometimes it amazes me that somebody will tell you that, oh, I'm not seeing anything, I'm not seeing anything. At least I've given you examples. Go to even the Volta region, the monkey sanctuary there. Go and see what is happening there. Go to the castles where we draw a lot of visitors into this country. Even common, I'm using the word common toilets. Common toilets. Check the state of the toilets there 10 years ago and now, and you will see vast improvement. Somebody sits down and says that there's nothing going on in the arts. Beyond the return program, which metamorphoses into, how do you call it, December in GH as we have it now. Do you know the kind of contribution it gives to the arts, including Bulldog, who is managing artists? It takes a government to come up with ideas. And so far, anybody who will tell me that comparing the NPP government today to what we had in NDC time, you will tell me that that person is that blind or deliberately sleeping.
Okay,
Uncle Sophie,
let me give you.
I don't think
Uncle
it's
Sophie,
about.
Please hold on. I want to give you this number so you can send it to be fair, so that we can show it. Because unfortunately,
I don't think it's about
please
comparison.
don't mention the number. But
It's about comparison.
I don't think it's about
It is politics.
comparison.
It's about comparison. The man speaking is speaking based on something.
Mr.
I
Safo,
think
please, hold on. Please focus on sending us the video so we can show it.
I think Bulldog
He's a bulldog.
spoke from his heart.
Am I speaking from my...
He overreacted.
I'm speaking from where?
Kindly let me finish.
No, I'm speaking from where?
He overreacted because sometimes when there are issues on the ground, I believe we need to tackle the issues without tackling personalities. Because when you move beyond tackling the issues to personalities, then you move away from even what is supposed to be discussed to get something. I believe that information, we all have the right to information. But the question is, until today, Uncle Sok, you had these things under your sleeves. Where had you displayed this for anybody to see? Because me, anytime I have anything that I feel is important to the creative arts industry, to a producer, to whatever, I display it on my social media. Thanks, social media is now free. Why is these things on your phone when it can be on social media for everybody to have access?
Yeah.
The Quad So School that is happening, yes, we all knew that something like that would happen. But as I now pay the progress, yes, your correspondents say that something was happening. Why is it not up in the space for everybody to see? If we know that 15, 20, 45, 50% of stuff are going on, people will be more calm and urge for its completion than to be in the unknown space and be agitated and, pushing and talking the way they are not supposed to speak. So freedom of information should be available. I mean, not as in freedom like it's not, yes, obviously. But when you have it under your sleeves, give it out.
Okay.
Give it to the media, because they need to show the people, for the people to see that something is going on.
Yeah.
If not, then the top keeps getting the bashing as if they are not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
point. Please have you sent the
I've sent
videos?
it, but you know what,
Oliver,
my
kindly
brother,
check so we can put it up.
I am happy for you to give us this feedback, that the problem is not that we are not doing anything, but the problem got to do with communication. And I am happy for this feedback.
So you'll work on it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Communication is the problem. This government is suffering because of communication. Because if you compare the things on the grounds, the things we are doing, it's not reaching out to the public.
Okay,
and you
so
are
you admit
100% right. Because if I take my time to list the things we have done in the arts sector alone, it amazes me that somebody will sit back and say that,
Meanwhile, because the person doesn't know. If the person knew what was going on,
you are right.
Okay, so William is there. Can we just check? William, are you at the contractor office?
All right, so there's a contractor office.
Okay.
If you can see from here, so that is their...
Can you get closer? Because Mr. Socrates Safo wants us to speak to... We are told there's a contractor there who can show us where exactly the work is being done.
Okay, so there's the contractor office. In fact, we are not allowed to go inside. So I can only film from outside. But then, he said that just behind contractor office, there's the project going on.
Yes.
And that is what we want to establish. So this is the contractor office. Now, just behind contractor office, what you see. Okay, so this is a very small space. I mean, this is their canteen. So there's no project going on here. Now, just after the canteen...
Look, the guy is deliberately doing this. Don't mind him.
Okay.
He's deliberately doing this.
Hold on, please allow him.
So after the canteen, now this is what I find. So it's a bush. Few meters from here, you just get to the museum. There's a small museum, and that is also very close to the.
Okay.
So then where is this?
Don't mind him.
So then where is this?
Okay.
He's deliberately doing this.
All right.
Don't mind
We
him.
will follow up later with our cameras and check. Of course, William is there. He's showing you that there's nothing there. But William, thank you so much.
But I think that's more of the side than the back.
Yeah.
Well, William, like I said, we'll follow up on this. Thank you so much, William, for
Let
speaking
him
to
go
us.
to the cultural center office and ask them, where is the construction going
Unfortunately, okay, this is the video you sent us.
Yes.
Okay, this is the video, and this is right behind where, like you said,
the contractor area.
office.
This is at the cultural center.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this is a video that Mr. Socrates Safo has shown us, and you're saying that this is from the ministry, and
Yes.
so this is verified.
An amphitheater. This is going on. Are you telling me this is Photoshop?
Okay. All right.
The man is deliberately doing
No,
what
he's not deliberately doing that.
But how come this is going on in that area? He's not seeing. Is he
Follow
blind?
up on it and check.
He's
Thank
not
you so
seeing
much.
the right place where it is.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up at this point. I'm happy that we showed this video, at least so that we see something. But we'll follow up and make sure.
So how can you
and
tell me that you are at the
verify.
cultural center? If anything, go to their office and ask them, where is this thing happening?
Socrates Safo.
And you are just
Given
taking the
access.
cameras different.
But
Oh,
he
Master,
says
he's
you
lying.
cannot
Don't mind
enter
him.
there. All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank
This
you
is
so
what
much.
is bringing the country down.
Thank you so much,
And you
Mr.
hear
Socrates
people
Safo, for joining us this morning.
complaining that nothing is going on.
We have to wait.
And we're
Deliberately
your
doing this.
tail
You don't
sound
do that.
engineer,
You don't do
entertainment analyst. Is this where we wrap up the show, or do we have another? We have one more interview coming up.